Kayla Harrison is a third-generation world champion, and by generation I'm referring to her coaches. If you guys noticed in the cage after Kayla beat Juliana, there are a couple of gentlemen that may not look so familiar in the MMA world. That's because they come from the judo world. There's a fellow with salt and pepper hair who had on a t-shirt, a Kayla t-shirt. That was Jimmy Pedro Jr. He was Kayla's main judo coach throughout her judo career. The other gentleman in that scene was a fellow with white hair and a white mustache. That's Jim Pedro Sr., also known as Big Jim. Now, of course, Big Jim coached Jimmy Pedro, his son, throughout Jimmy's career until Jimmy hit sort of the world-class level. And so that's the first generation. Jimmy Pedro Jr. coached Kayla throughout her judo career from childhood through adulthood. Jimmy was also on the USA coaching staff, so he coached a number of elite level judo fighters. Okay, so let's go back to Jim Sr. Jim Pedro Sr. was an Olympic alternate, so he knows full well what it is to almost make the Olympic team. But as you guys know, there's no such thing as the almost Olympic Games. You either make the team or you don't. Jimmy Pedro Jr. did make the U.S. Olympic team on more than one occasion. He was incredibly dominant at the national level. And he went on to become world champion, but he was not able to become an Olympic gold medalist. Jimmy took home 2 bronze medals from the Olympic Games. So what that means is that he lost his match in the semifinals and then had to come back and win a match to secure the bronze medal. In judo, you don't get awarded the bronze simply by losing in the semifinals. That's how they do it in boxing, but not in judo. You still have at least one more fight to win to get the bronze medal. So, in other words, Jimmy Pedro Jr. knows deep in his heart what it was to almost make it to the finals of the Olympic Games, but not quite. He also knew what it was to know that he's the best in the world because he won the world championships, and then just to fall a little bit short during the Olympic Games, not once, but twice. I mean, nobody trains to become an Olympic bronze medalist. Everybody's training to become the Olympic gold medalist. And so whatever that wisdom was that Jimmy Pedro Jr. acquired from his whole judo career, he was able to pass that on to Kayla Harrison. And she became the first person ever to win an Olympic gold medal in judo for the United States of America. She did that not only once, she did it twice, and she was also a dominant world champion in her judo weight division. So my point here is that sometimes it doesn't take one generation. Sometimes it takes multiple generations of coaching and athletes to get from, say, a national level competitor to an international level competitor to a world champion.